Welcome back, you sexy motherfuckers. So, this is another episode of No Mo Worries. Wow. Oh my god. With your girl, Kim Zapata. And thank you for joining me tonight on this Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's 10:13 p.m. and I love Friday the 13th, okay? Let me just tell you. Usually I would get those Friday the 13th little tattoos, but yeah, your girl's not working right now, okay? I will soon. Just stay with me, okay? Anyways, so this episode, I wanted to kind of talk about those. Let me see, how would I explain it? So if you know me, I like to smoke, smoke a little, you know what I mean? Smoke a little pancake. So let's just call it a little happy leaf, okay? I like to smoke the happy leaf. If you should know, okay? I'm a little slow, but if you don't get what I'm talking about, then yeah, I will pray for you. Anyways, so this episode we'll be talking about my past experiences with experiencing the happy leaf, okay? So yeah, let's see. It goes all the way back from when I was 16, okay? Your girl, let's see, kind of like before you get into a certain substance, you never think like, I won't get into that. Like, no, I don't think I'll ever be involved in that until somebody is like in your face, like, oh, here, try it. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. You won't die. And then you're kind of like, peer pressure, but okay. I'm not a vagina, so yeah, started when I was 16. And then usually, depending, not every time, but usually when you start this new experience, you're kind of like, oh my God, I love it, So, yeah. So I've had a lot of, I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know other people have had their experiences where it's either good or bad or some funny, embarrassing, like, oh my God, I smoked too much of the happy leaf situations. Yeah. Do you guys remember your first time smoking the happy leaf? Because I know the first time I tried it, I was at a friend's house and we had ditched class in high school. And I was so, yeah, like I could barely see, I slumped and red eyes, and it's just like, it's weird, like you try something new and you're just like, oh my God, like holy fuck, you know what I mean? Yeah, ditched class that day, and bad, I shouldn't even be saying this, but we ended up throwing like oranges at cars driving by. Very terrible, and I regret that, to be honest, because that's pretty messed up. Like, thinking about it now, if you try to do that now, yeah, people would get yeah, do I have to say more? But yeah, I've had a lot of good, bad, embarrassing, like, oh my God, situations, experiences. But you live and learn, right? Or knowing me, like, you never really learn until you learn the hard way. You feel me? I remember going to like underground hip hop. If you guys know Rock the Bells or PDUs, man, that used to be the shiznit. You know what I mean? But it's obvious. I'm pretty sure they still have it now. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely not how it used to be. Of course, nothing lasts forever except for bills, right? You feel me? But yeah, I remember one time, me and my best friend back in the days, we went to, I don't remember if it was Rock the Bells or Pay Dues, one of those. I think it was Pay Dues. We went with our boyfriend at the time, so we kind of like did I don't know, we call it double date, whatever, at this concert. And we had just got there, and it was like at the Nas Center, if you guys know, and it was super hot, like ridiculously hot. And we had just got there, and obviously people, like, you listen to a certain artist and you're like in the crowd, and it's like elbow to elbow, like, get off me. That's my situation. But yeah, I remember we had just got there, and the homegirl passed me the little doohickey, the contraption, and I went to go for it. And if it's ever happened to you where you try to smoke the happy leaf and it's super hot, you get really lightheaded, okay? And I know damn well I'm not the only one, but of course it happened to me, right? Like, in that situation, a hip hop concert where you're listening to a dope ass artist and you're in the middle of a crowd, yeah, and you're lightheaded from the happy leaf. Yeah. So even at raves, like that till this day, you know what I mean? Like you get super lightheaded, you start seeing those spots and you're just out of nowhere. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that happened to me. I woke up and I had no acknowledgement of what happened. Kind of woke up like on the floor per se. And the first thing I do is open my eyes and I look up and it was kind of like a scene in a movie. Like I'm not even bullshitting you. I looked up and I see a bunch of like eyes surrounding me and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like that's the most terrifying thing for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm very antisocial at first. Like I'm very outgoing and funny and like awkward, but that's if I'm comfortable enough. Like big crowds, no, get the fuck away from me. I will be in the back. You feel me? Um, yeah, I woke up with a bunch of random ass eyes around me and I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And apparently I like passed out. Yeah, summer days, um, you know, and going to those events and stuff, you kind of have to be careful because obviously the ones that pass out like that, obviously you're not, I mean sometimes it happens when you're just on your sober path. It does happen because it gets hot, right? Like you're under the sun and I'm half white. Okay, I'm fucking, yeah, I call myself horchata because I'm pretty light skinned, but I'm also part Mexican and Puerto Rican, but I'm 50% white. Okay, your girl is white like mayo, okay, like mayonnaise. So I was okay. I ended up sitting on the grass, whatever, but like you got to be careful because the security guards will go and be like, oh, we got another one. Pfft, over, so I was fine luckily. But yeah, funny situations like that where if you it's not even that I did a lot of the happy leaf. It's just me and the sun, temperature wise. Yeah, we get down, like meaning we don't get along. Like we, like you get ready to put your hair up. Like let's go, bitch. You know what I mean? I cannot handle the heat whatsoever. I can't like even 80 degrees. When it hits 80 degrees, I'm like sweating. I hate it. I can't stand it. Even around this time, around Christmas time, I'm wearing shorts right now and a tank top. Yeah, don't play with me. I cannot handle the heat whatsoever. Like no matter how cold it is outside, yeah, I'm still gonna wear shorts and tank top. I'll have my fan on. I cannot handle the heat. Heaters, I hardly ever have the heaters. Like you can always add clothes when you're cold, right? Like layers and layers and layers. But when you're hot in the summer, you could be butt ass naked and you're still hot. Like, what am I supposed to do? Rip off the first layer of my skin? No, I can't. I cannot handle the heat whatsoever. So I'm pretty sure that's the majority of the reason why I passed out on the concrete floor. Yeah, fun times. Um, that was probably like the worst experience I've ever went through. Yeah, so fun times on that. Anyways, I didn't die though. So like, but did you die? No, I didn't die, but just embarrassment of like that event. Like, oh yeah, you're the girl that passed out. Oh yeah, thanks, bitch. I forgot. Yeah, that's a good time. If you guys ever done gravity bongs, yeah, that was horrible. I've done that, and only one time because I mean, I am a stoner, but to a certain extent, if that makes sense. Like, I can smoke frequently, but I don't need a lot, if that makes sense. Like, blunts, joints, bongs, I can do, but I don't need a lot. And hey, I'm totally fine with that. That's kind of being like a cheap drunk. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, I love to drink, but well, drinking's a little bit different, you feel me? But yeah, smoking, I don't need a lot. Like, I have my pen that I'll puff, 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 and then I'll be like, okay, I'm good. I don't need a lot. How do you say it? Oh God, I might say this wrong. Quantity over quality. I think that's what it is. Don't hate me on it if I said it wrong. But yeah, you feel me? Like I can smoke, but I don't need a lot. Like I get people mad props because they'll smoke pounds and pounds. And Wiz Khalifa, hey, mad love to you, but I'm good because when I get to a certain level, I'm like. I don't know how many times I came home from like a backyard party or whoever I was kicking with, and I came home and I was like, I have the munchies. I'll be in the middle of making whatever kind of contraption or munchies, at like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'll feel like, oh my God, I'm about to pass out in my motherfucking kitchen, bro. I cannot. I get too lightheaded and then I get sick. I start sweating. Like, no. Edibles. Oh boy, edibles. Yeah, I hate them. I cannot, nope, I hate them. I cannot handle them. I cannot, no. I've done it a few times and I'm like, okay, why did I not learn from the first time? I'm Gucci. No, I'm good. There was one time I was at the movie theaters with an ex-boyfriend at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, and it was one cookie in a wrapper, bro. And me, I love cookies, like chocolate. I love cookies. Like, I'm the cookie monster. I love cookies. And my dumbass didn't even like. I found out. I was like, oh my God, it's a cookie. I didn't even read the wrapper. I ate like half that cookie. Okay. And if you guys know edibles, you know, that's where you realize like I fucked up. Yeah. And after I ate half of it before the movie, we weren't even in our seats yet. Like, we were at the parking lot. I read the back of the cookie wrapper. It had this funny cartoon, like story that says you can always eat more later, but you can never eat less. Right when I read that, I said, holy shiznit, like fuckaroni. That's when I realized I fucked up. I was terrified. I started having like anxiety. My chest was beating out of my chest, and my boyfriend's time was like, "It's fine, you'll be fine." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, so we got to our seats, and when the previews started, playing, whatever, it hit me. I could not even see. My eyes were so squinted. Like, I mean, I enjoyed myself, yeah, but bro, yeah, like, this motherfucker, like, literally socked me, and I was knocked out. Like, even when the movie was over and the credits were playing, I could not get out of my seat. Like, if you guys ever watched Wolf of Wall Street, if you never watched it, fucking watch that movie, because that movie is fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite movies. It's pretty fucking funny. Like, the Leonardo DiCaprio, he takes these pills and he doesn't feel anything, so he keeps taking more and more, and it finally hits. He like falls on the floor. In his mind, he's trying to walk, but the pills are so strong that his body can't, like, he's paralyzed. That's how I felt. I was like telling my mind, like, move your legs. My boyfriend at the time had to carry me out of my seat at the movie theaters, carry me to the car. It was horrible. I had to call off work the next day because I still felt like that. Like, it was, yeah, I can't do edibles. I get really sick and lightheaded and I start sweating. I feel like I need to throw up and I need to pass out. Yeah, I can't do edibles. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah, but everything else, I mean, for the most part, is fine. I just, like I said, I can't. I'm a stoner, but I don't need a lot to smoke. Like, I'm good with a blunt. I'm good with the joints. Bong hits are fine, but even the times where, like, you take a hit from the bong and it's like the worst burning sensation in your throat, like, yeah, give me a glass. She needs some milk. Yeah, for sure, because that's horrible. Like, when it's burning so bad and like you like, bro, it's horrible. Like, yeah, you keep coughing and like, oh, coffee makes you more stoned. Okay, well, fuck that. I rather not, because that burning sensation in your throat. You know when you have like a sore throat and it's like it burns so bad and you just don't want to cough anymore? Yeah, like, that's horrible. My eyes start crying, and you're like, especially if you're with like females, if you're with a dude, or guys if you're with a female and you can't stop coughing, that's not cute. Like, yeah, no, that's definitely not cute. Yeah, where if you're like so stoned you can't even walk, yeah, it's horrible. Like, I love, the happy leaf. I even have it on me as tattooed on my shoulder, but there's always a limit. You can always do more later. You can never do less. And that I will take with me to my grave, because, like I said, I always learn the hard way. And yeah, there's a bit, yeah, the gravity bong. To the point where I've been stuck on the couch. I couldn't even get up and it was embarrassing. Yeah, it's just, yeah, you live and learn, right? And always learn the hard way. Yeah, it's horrible. It's a good and bad thing, you feel me? Like I love smoking and stuff, but yeah, the sore burning throat and the squinty eyes where you can't see shit, or if you get super stoned and you feel lightheaded and you start seeing spots. Yeah, if you start seeing spots and you're standing or you're somewhere, you better sit the F down because you're about to pass the foot gas. I trust me on that. I've been there. Or the I mean, excuse me, rude. Did you guys hear that? Fuck. Anyways, there's been times where, I've had friends come in the garage and we'd be smoking in the garage, whatever. And there was one time where my homegirl's cousin, she's not really a smoker, but she smoked with us in the garage. And as soon as like we were walking inside the house from the sliding door, I told him like, okay, don't say anything, just go straight to my room. And they're like, okay. And obviously the cousin, like I said, she's not really a smoker. So as soon as I was like closing the sliding door, and it's like in the living room, kind of dining room, and then my grandma like was like, I don't know, 10 feet in front of us, and so her back's towards us watching TV on the recliner. And then the cousin's like, I'm so high, I feel sick. And I was just like, oh my God. And obviously my grandma turned around and she figured out that we were smoking in the garage. I was like, bro, I get it, I can't get mad, but at the time you're just like, I just told you go to my room. So yeah, there's been a lot of funny, but like, oh my God, times. Let me see what else. Yeah, just I don't know, there's been a lot of funny. So it's kind of like when you go through high school and like I said, trying new substances, you just have no idea what it's going to do to your body. It's like funny, good and bad, and you're like, oh my God, never again type of situations. Yeah. There's been other times where I remember, again, we were in the garage and I was with a group of my friends. And do you remember, I don't know, females, guys, whatever, where the females would have that wet hair look and they would put a bunch of like mousse, gel, hairspray, and it would like make it crunchy and hard. One of the homegirls, she was smoking in the garage and somehow we were smoking out of a pipe and her hair caught on fire, bro. I'm not even joking. And we were like, oh shit. And obviously like because all that junk in your hair from making it have that wet hair look, that's flammable, you know what I mean? And luckily it went out, but we were so stoned at the time. It was like silent after the flame went out, and we couldn't help but laugh. Like you know what I mean? We didn't mean to be assholes, but it's funny. You know what I mean? Like it's funny if it's not happening to you. And it literally smelled like burnt hair. Like we didn't say anything for like 20 minutes, but we just kept like making it silent and then like talking, like laughing about it. Good times, good, bad, and the ugly. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's just, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Happy Leaf, throwback, I guess, flashback Friday, smoking, situations I went through, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode of No Mo Worries. Love y'all, and I hope you guys have happy Friday the 13th. And if you guys don't believe it, I get it, but I motherfucking do. So be good. And I hope you guys stick around. Bye.